Hey, happy Sunday. Oh my gosh, it's October. Yee! It's October. Do you know what that means? That means we are now into my lotion is making obscene noises. Sorry. It means we're into Halloween season. And I now give myself permission to put out Halloween decorations. I started getting them down out of the attic yesterday. I started bringing them down. I don't have a lot. I don't have a whole bunch because I have very little storage in my house. That's one little complaint, but it has a silver lining to it, actually. Oh, there's a bunch of carts. It has a silver lining to it because that means I can't accumulate a whole bunch of crap I don't need. You know, I have to really have my priorities in order. Look, there's a whole train of carts right here. Look, it's a cart train. Wow. I have to prioritize what I have in the attic. So I'm constantly going through the stuff in the attic and trying to find stuff that I can get rid of to make room, you know, just because I like to keep it organized up there. Because really, there's no point in having a bunch of stuff in the attic if you can't find it when you need it. I mean, you might as well not have it. That's how I look at it. You might as well just have it where you can get to it, you know, and find it. So anyway, I started getting my stuff down. Oh, they have some nice little chrysanthemums over here. I'm at Walmart. I had to go in and get some stuff for my younger son, and I figured I might as well just go now. Oh, they get the little things. That's cute. Little planters with the chrysanthemums in it. I love this time of year. It started to cool off. You know, it's not so hot and humid all the time. It feels good. It's nice. The leaves are going to start changing really soon. Geese are flying overhead. Oh, it's a pretty day. It is a really, really nice day. So, what was I saying? I don't know. So yeah, I started putting out my Halloween stuff. I actually got my mantle all decorated last night. Or yet, sorry, yesterday evening I did that. I got everything all set up. So it's really exciting. I like this time of year. And I'm going to do some outdoor decorating today. I'm going to put out my little inflatable, my little vampire cat. I have okay, so yesterday, one thing I did try to do, and it wasn't quite October yet, but I said, well, I always make myself wait until after October 1st to start putting out Halloween stuff. Hell, there are people around here that started decorating 2-3 weeks ago. They couldn't wait. It's a little early for me. But I bought this giant spider web with big spiders at Aldi. And at first I thought I was going to attach it to the house, but yesterday I couldn't find a good way to attach it to the house. So I thought, well, I'll take it out here to the side yard to the crepe myrtle, and I'll attach it to the crepe myrtle and bring it down and put the spiders on it. But once I unfolded and unrolled the spider web, I realized it was way too big. That was not going to work. I had the ladder out. I was up in the tree, hooking it in different places and trying it like this is not going to work. It's too long, and this tree is just not tall enough to, like, you know, get the angle I want. And it's going way out into the yard, and I don't like that. And so I took it back down, put the ladder up, brought it in the house. So the front of my house is brick, and I got to looking on Amazon, and I found these little hooks that you can attach to brick. And this is not a heavy thing, so I don't think I'd try this with a heavy thing. But you can put hooks on brick. It kind of just clips onto the front of the brick, just boop, you know. So I bought some of those, and they're supposed to be here later. Oh, I don't know. In a few days. I forget when it said they were going to be delivered, but I ordered those yesterday. So I have put the spiders and the spider web on hold for now. I'm not going to worry about it right now. We'll do it later. And I had to go to Walmart this morning to get some spray paint and some orange duct tape for my younger son. He's making his own costume. Both of my kids are dressing up this year for Halloween, and they're making their own costumes, and I have helped them acquire some of the stuff to do that because I really enjoy it. My son has been watering the yard because we aerated it and overseeded it to pay for the spray paint and the tape. My older son has a job. He's buying his own stuff, but I'm helping him with ideas and things for his costume. And my younger son wants to go as like a special ops kind of army person. I don't know. I forget what he said it was. Some kind of thing. And he has this like a machine gun looking thing. I said, that's got to look fake, okay? So that's what the bright orange tape is for. It's going to have tape all over it. But he likes to modify and paint this stuff, like, because he wants to be a gunsmith when he grows up, and that's his plan, is to go to gunsmithing school after high school. And he's fascinated by just all types of stuff like that. He has just this amazing range of knowledge of anything related to firearms. I mean, it's just incredible. And he's taken it upon himself to study and learn all these things already, and he's really, really into it. And we were following some of the process of the gunsmithing school and what they're doing this fall, and they're doing stenciling on different types of firearms and like the different kinds of stenciling and effects you can do. He thought that was really cool, and he got some ideas for what he wanted to do. So he said, I really need some matte black spray paint, and we have some other spray paint already, but I didn't have any just like flat, matte black. So I had glossy, but he said, hey, it really needs to be matte. So we got out the other stuff, and he said, I just need that. So I had to go to Walmart to get some, and he's paying me back by doing watering the yard. It has to be done every day, and I don't feel like doing it. So he said, I'll do it if you'll get me some paint, so he's going to do it again. We'll see. Actually, my older son did it this morning already, and so I think my younger sons, I think they're alternating days. They worked it out somehow how they're going to do it, because it does have to be done every day for a while. And anyway, so I love doing this kind of stuff, Halloween costumes. My kids, more often than not, whatever they wanted to be for Halloween was something you couldn't just go to Target and buy a costume for. Like, you had to kind of make it. And I always enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, I think, as much as they did. I know one year, my older son wanted to be Foxy the Pirate Fox from Five Nights at Freddy's. He was in elementary school. We couldn't find a costume, so we made one, and it turned out so cute. I wish I had a picture handy. I'd show you. It turned out so cool. We worked on it for several weeks leading up to Halloween. We got started early, and it was so great, and he had so much fun. We went out trick-or-treating, and everybody thought it was just the coolest costume. All the other kids were like, it's Foxy. Everybody recognized it, so we must have done a good job. Oh, where'd you get that? Like, no, we made that. We had to buy the mask, though. He found this fox mask. The only thing bad about it was like latex, and it was really hot, but he didn't wear it all night. He only wore it part of the time. Anyway, and he had a little fox tail and all. So it was great. So, but they really enjoy it, and I enjoy it too. I really get a kick out of Halloween. Now, I know some people, for religious reasons or for whatever reasons, don't do Halloween, and I totally respect that. I mean, I have family members like that. They don't, for religious reasons, they don't participate in Halloween at all. They don't do anything. They don't even agree with the trunk or treat that a lot of churches do, because they said, you're still glorifying, Satan worship or something. It's their beliefs. That's fine. I have respect for anybody's religious beliefs. Absolutely. I'm not going to sit here and poo-poo any of it. You do what, you do what feels right to you, whatever works for you, whatever you believe in. I'm fine with that. My mom, now if you're new here, I bellyache about this every year. And that's how some people phrase it. Will you quit belly aching about it? My mom hates holidays. We didn't really do anything for any holiday. It was bare minimum for Christmas. We didn't do anything for Thanksgiving. My mom might buy like a turkey breast and cook that, and get a can of cranberry sauce. That was it. We didn't go anywhere. We didn't do anything. And Halloween, we didn't do anything for Halloween up until I was 4 years old. Now, I have a brother who's 4 years older than me, so he was 8. And he really wanted to be Robin Hood for Halloween. Now, he had this bow and arrow that he got for I don't know, a birthday or something. And he really loved that bow and arrow. He was just going around shooting into, not anything alive, but he had a hay bale with a target on it that he would shoot, and he just loved that bow and arrow. So he wanted to incorporate it into a costume. He said, I could be Robin Hood, because he had a bow and arrow. So he just bugged my mom to death, and my brother was not one to make a big fuss about anything, but he just really wanted to be Robin Hood for Halloween. So my mom was like, fine. So she made him, well, she didn't really make him a costume. She made him a hat, a green felt hat that kind of looked like Robin Hood's. It was basically just a sewn together triangle that she just kind of put on his head and had a chicken feather in it, because we had chickens. And so she said, okay, Mary, I guess you want to go too. I'm like, I want candy. I don't care. You don't have to do any. I just want some candy, because I've always been obsessed with candy and sweets. Like, I love candy. I would do anything for candy. I don't know. Like, I just want candy. I don't have to dress up. I just want candy. I made that very clear. I remember, I don't know why I remember this so well. I was 4. I just want candy. Well, you're going to be Maid Marian. Okay. So basically my costume, and the rest of my brother's costume was, he had like like an orange t-shirt and a brown pair of corduroy pants. So that was his costume. She said, you look like Robin Hood. I'm like, okay. He just wanted an excuse to run around and show everybody his bow and arrow while they got to trick or treat. He didn't really care either. I have a picture of us somewhere, and I have not been able to find it. A picture of the two of us before we went out trick-or-treating that night. And my costume, so I was Maid Marian. My costume consisted of a pink nightgown and some sort of headdress that was made out of a coat hanger wire and aluminum foil. So that was my costume. And I think I had on pants under the nightgown so I wouldn't get cold. I didn't care. I remember in that picture, I'm standing there like, because we were going to get candy. I didn't give a shit. I was like, I just want some candy. Let's go get candy. So we lived in a very small town, like population, at that time it was less than 3,000. This town is like this big. So there are not many places to go trick-or-treating. She damn sure wasn't going to any larger town. Zero effort, okay? Minimum effort. She's all about the bare minimum when it comes to holidays, because as I said, she hates holidays. She hates them. She does not want to have to deal with them. If she could skip every holiday, she would. And these days, she probably does. So we get in the car. We had at that time a green Falcon sedan. I still remember that car. I remember the inside of it smelled like stale cornflakes. And my dad got it at a car auction somewhere. Anyway, so we're going trick-or-treating. And really, in this town, there were only a couple of streets with any kind of number of houses. All the houses are all spread out. But there were a couple of streets right in town where there were a few houses in a row. So the plan was we were just going to go down these 2 streets and then, see what happens after that. I didn't care. I was just hoping somebody would give me some candy. So we get about halfway down the first street. And my mom I think she was following us in the car. And then for some reason we had to get back in the car. And there were these boys that came jumping out of the bushes, like teenage boys, came jumping out of the bushes and egged our car. Now, they were not targeting us. They were egging other people too. And I still remember the sound of those eggs hitting the car. Because I was so confused. I was in the back and I'm like, what is going on? Where'd those eggs come from? Like, I couldn't understand. And I saw the kids and I realized they're throwing eggs at us. Why are they doing that? I mean, I couldn't understand. And my mom got mad. Because one of them landed like right in front of her on the windshield. And she knew better than to turn the windshield wipers on because it would smear all over the windshield. So she had to roll the window down and look out. Fortunately, there was a car wash not too far away. It was like 1 street over. So she drove over to the car wash, got into the bay, put the money in, and used the sprayer to get all the egg off the car. And she was pissed. She was so pissed off. So she got back in the car and she slammed the door. She said, we are never doing this again. Ever. And she took us home. That was it. We never went trick-or-treating again. We never did anything for Halloween ever again. That was it. I never got to participate in any other Halloween stuff. And I went to a church school, and they didn't acknowledge Halloween. We didn't do anything for Halloween there. I went to that church school up through the 5th grade, and that was it. That was all we got to do. She was just done. So she took us home, and that was the end of that. I did get a little bit of candy from the few houses we went to, so I thought, well, at least I have that. I mean, I was glad to get at least a little bit of candy. Because my mom wouldn't buy candy. She wouldn't let us have anything with sugar in it. On rare occasions, like for our birthday, she'd make a cake. But for the most part, she wouldn't buy anything with sugar in it. No. She wouldn't even buy, like, Frosted Flakes or anything like that. Occasionally, every now and then, she would buy Honey Nut Cheerios. But that was it. No sweets, no sugar, no nothing. And I became like Willy Wonka. I was just obsessed with candy. So I would use my allowance to buy candy. I remember I went through a long period of time because I had to do chores all week. And then you would get your little bit of allowance. And I would go with my mom to the grocery store on Saturdays. And with my allowance, I could buy whatever I wanted. So I would get a bag of mini marshmallows, a 2-liter RC Cola because they were the cheapest. I remember that was the cheapest soda I could get. And I would get a Weekly World News. It's like the Inquirer kind of, but it was cheap. And the stories were just crazy as hell. I think they still make it. I remember the marshmallows were 69 cents. The RC Cola was 69 cents. And the paper was like $1. So I would get $5 a week. So I had a little bit left over. And I would save that. And then when I went to school, I would, like, this was when I was in middle school, I would go to the snack bar and get like a brownie or something like that with part of my allowance. I love candy. I love sweets. I love sugar. I don't know. It is my biggest weakness. I can say no to pretty much any other food, but sweets, oh God. It's harsh. So I try to enjoy stuff now, and that's the great thing, you know. Everybody, I don't think there are many people on this planet who can say that they had the perfect noodle salad life. You know, you can look back and say, oh, this was messed up, that was bad, I had to go through this. If you live long enough, you're going to go through something. I don't care who you are. You're going to go through something that will be bad, and it will change you. Everybody, whether they talk about it or not, I think everybody's been through stuff. It's one thing we all share in common. You live long enough, you're going to go through something that's going to be tough. But, you know, you can look back at your childhood and you can go, oh, that was awful. Yeah, but you can do it now. You can enjoy it now. Maybe you couldn't enjoy it then. You can't change that. So, but you can make the most of it now. You can do these things at this point. So whenever October rolls around, I start getting excited about the last week of September. It's like, oh yeah. And I start seeing the stuff in the stores. It's like, oh my God, it's coming. So, but honestly though, I don't feel like dressing up this year. I don't think I am. My kids both are. They both have plans for Halloween. They're both going to Halloween parties with their friends. So my older son, I cannot remember what he's doing. I think he's doing something like a plague doctor or something. I don't know. I should ask him. He hasn't talked about it a whole lot. He doesn't tell me everything about his life, and that's okay. I think he's going as a plague doctor. I'm not sure. He has to confirm that he has Halloween off work. He said, I asked for it a month ago. But I have to confirm that they gave it to me because sometimes they forget and they will just go ahead and schedule you anyway. So, but they like to dress up and they like to do kind of creative things that you can't just go buy a costume for. So I like to help them out. You know, I like to help them find stuff. I really enjoyed taking them trick-or-treating when they were small. Oh, it was so fun because not only do you get to go out and enjoy the night with your kid, you get to see all the other costumes and all the cool decorations and everything. It's so fun. Like, how could you not want to do this? It is so fun. But to my mom, everything was a chore. Everything was a drag. Like, there's nothing good about this. Holidays, there's nothing good about them. It's just work and it sucks and I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do any more than I have to, because it's just a lot of work and I'm not interested. Which is fine. I mean, she doesn't have to like holidays. That's all right. A lot of people don't like the holidays, for different reasons. I always enjoyed it. I think it's a lot of fun. So I am looking forward to it. But yeah, I got the spray paint and I got the tape, and I bought myself some extra Band-Aids because I don't know if I mentioned it. These two fingers right here, I hurt them doing yard work, like, I want to say it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Oh, it was probably 3 weeks ago now. I scraped the skin off the top of these two fingers right here. I was moving the trash can, the rolling trash can, or putting something in it or something, and the edge of the lid is kind of sharp. Like if you hit it just right, it will cut you. And it took the skin off the top of both of my fingers. And it healed over finally. And then a few days ago, I was putting stuff up in the kitchen, and I went to put something in the cabinet, and I brought my hand down, and the underside of the cabinet apparently was sharp enough to cut this damn finger again. So this one got messed up again. And I find that the Next Care waterproof Band-Aids are the best for, being waterproof and flexible and actually staying where you put them. So I was running out because I've had to use so many of them on these two fingers over the last 3 weeks. So I got a box of Band-Aids as well. They work better than any kind I've ever tried. Band-Aid or whatever. NEXCARE, the waterproof bandages, they are wonderful. They are wonderful. Highly recommend them if you're looking for a good waterproof Band-Aid that's flexible and stays put. They're great. But it doesn't hurt to pull them off. They don't stick to the point that it hurts to remove them. You can pull them off pretty easily, but they stay on really well. So I'm going to go into Aldi. It's getting hot because the sun's shining on me. I'm going to go into Aldi and get my groceries for the week. And then I think I'm going to go to Lidl and see if they have any Halloween doormats. I'm going to see if I can find me a doormat. And then later I'm going to go home. There was a little cloud. Didn't help much. I'm going to go home and I have some Halloween lights that I'm going to put out. And then I'm going to put up my big spider web with the spiders when the little hooks come. And I have my inflatable cat. I decorated my lamppost this morning. I have this black gauze, and I have some in white that I just kind of draped over the lamppost, so it kind of looks like, what's his name? The lead singer from Aerosmith. Shit. My mind just went blank. Steve Tyler, that was his name. I had to give my brain a second. It looks like, the way he would do the microphone stand, if you've ever seen how he does his microphone stand with all the scarves coming down. Yeah, it kind of looks like that, but Halloween themed. And I have some little prom king and prom queen skeletons. I hung those from the lamppost too. So I want to go by Lidl to see if they have any Halloween doormats, because I want a new one. And I thought maybe I could find a cool one over there. I'll look in Aldi too. I don't think they have any out. They may have some later. Lidl may already have them out. I'm going to go look. Oh, and I want to get some more of those apple cinnamon snaps. They're like ginger snaps, but they're apple cinnamon, and they're so good. And I've only seen them at Lidl so far. My older son was telling me he saw some lemon flavored snaps. I haven't seen those. I have to check that out. But I'm excited because, hell, it's October, and now I can start putting out my Halloween stuff. I don't do a whole lot, but I do a little bit. I enjoy doing a little bit. And it's mainly for me. My kids think it's cool too, but it's mainly for me. I just like to see it. I like to, I can come home from work and all my Halloween stuff is out, and it'll make me happy all month, So I enjoy it. So it's just a reminder that if there's stuff that for some reason you didn't get to enjoy, like when I was in the church, when I joined the cult, I had to discard all of my worldly music, which was basically every CD I owned. I had to break in half and throw away. You could not just put it in the trash because someone else may find it and listen to it and be influenced by it. You had to destroy the CD and throw it away. After I left the church, I couldn't afford to buy them all at once, but I would buy one at a time. I repurchased all of those CDs. This was back in 1999/2000. I repurchased all of those CDs one at a time as I could afford it. So give yourself permission to enjoy things that if for some reason you couldn't enjoy it at some point. It's okay. I give you permission to enjoy it now. It's better late than never. I mean, it sucks that you were deprived that, but you don't have to be deprived forever. You can enjoy it now, hopefully. So it's hot in here. I'm going to go in, get my groceries, and then I'm going to go look for a doormat. If they don't have one, I may actually go to the at-home store later, because I know they have a bunch. They might have a cool one in there. But we'll see. But yeah, happy Sunday. Sunday. I have an exercise class later to go to as well. I'm wearing my Halloween pants. There's this company called CVG, Constantly Varied Gear, and they have some of the cutest, if you like to work out, they have some of the cutest Halloween themed workout clothes. Look at these pants. I just got them the other day and I'm wearing them now. I don't know if you can see it, but look at the pattern. It's kind of hard because the sun is bright and I can't see, but look, it's like vampire teeth. And you know what is cool about these? So they're capri length. These pants are reversible. And on the underside, I think they're like black and the teeth are gray. So it's reversible. These pants are reversible and they have pockets. And you can get them capri length or full length. It took them a little while to get here though. I ordered these like 2 weeks ago. But I think they're super cute. I just realized my phone's getting hot, so I got to go before it gives me an error and shuts down. But thank you so much for watching and for being here. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.